Hey guys, found it's back. So you might have seen one of my previous magnet fishing videos, and we were using the little crappy magnets. A couple off of a microwave that I got and a couple off of a hard drive. And they did okay. We got a few things on them. So I just wanted to see if I liked it, things like that. I've been watching Exploring Alabama's website and Aqua Chigger, and they do the magnet fishing. It's looked pretty interesting. So I don't live in an area like them. I'm in the Twin Cities in Minnesota, and I don't have the history and the amount of streams and things like that, bedrock that they have, where things will be, interesting things will be there, but I do find quite a bit of stuff. So I was just out, I just got done for about an hour off of a fishing pier around my house here, and got quite a bit of stuff. It was the same one as the last video. I wanted to see how much stuff I would get with the better magnet versus one of those smaller magnets, if it made that big of a difference. And as you'll see in a few minutes, it made a big difference. I didn't do an intro because my battery was dead, so it's been sitting and charging in the car. But so next up, you'll see some of the stuff that I got. A couple of things are pretty cool, and 3 things are really cool, and a handful of lures. So alright guys, so we're back at the house here, and I've got it all kind of cleaned up a little bit. I took some of the fishing line off, the old fishing line off of there, so I will lay it all out and I'll show you some of the stuff we got. But the first thing I wanted to show you was this here. Check this out. This is probably I don't know, one of the top 2 coolest things that I got. This is about halfway into it, and this is when I realized my camera was dead, so I didn't film this thing coming up or take a picture of it when it came out. But a cool fillet knife, and I have no idea how old it is, although there is some writing on it. I'll show you up a couple of more close-up pictures of those. I have to figure out what that says. And then there is this writing on there. I don't know what it says. J. Martinini, I'm not sure. Finland, hand ground stainless. So I'm not, that's probably some kind of a brand name, but I'm going to try to get an idea of what this exactly is. But it's in great shape still, because this is a stainless steel blade. That's a brass end on it, and then that is also looks to be brass on the end, so it's not all rusty and disgusting. And the handle's in pretty decent shape, so I don't know how long it's been in the water for, but pretty happy with that thing. So check out the, here's a couple of close-up pictures of it. Alright, so here is what I got. This big ugly spinner bait here. Little bass bait here. The nice good sized leader stuck to it still, but that thing has been in the water a while. So they got that one. This big gross worm thing. That's if anybody know, I mean, where the lake I was on, there's some ambitious fishermen on this lake thinking they're going to catch something with this thing, because that ain't happening. But anyway, that thing, what's left of this rig here with a leader on it, that's, I don't know, a good 2-foot leader on it. Harasser on there with some beads. So I'll probably salvage this thing off of there. That's still in decent shape. I can probably clean that up and just reuse it, throw it back tackle box. It's got that, this little guy, which is a little bit more realistic for the lake. That worm thing, that's been in the water quite a long time. Pile of jig heads. That might be a little bit more realistic. The best thing I think you're going to catch out of this lake is a 1-pound bass, if that. It's not. It's a pretty small lake, and it's pounded with fishermen. So, pile of fish hooks. There's another overambitious fisherman right there. That is a. I'm a big dude, and I got big hands. That's a big fish hook. Yeesh. Got that little one. That one will end up in my tackle box. That hasn't been in there a while. A nail and a bolt end of some kind. And then this guy is kind of cool. That is a old school treble hook right there that has been in the water a long time to eat through that, but it's hand wound. the 3 hooks together. That's kind of cool. I might just keep that one because it's neat. But that's that. And then the other thing I found, you'll see the 2 other things that I found. One was the, I found this small fishing pole you'll see in a second. I ended up giving it to a little kid there on the dock. He was having fun watching me pull stuff out with the magnet. And then you'll see this, this other gig, and I'll talk about that thing in a second. Thanks. Due to my editing skills, you just saw what is an ice fishing chisel to bust out ice holes back in the days before there wasn't augers, or guys didn't have augers. They would bust out a hole using that, or people still use them to bust out icy holes that have iced over. But that thing has been in the water a long time, and I looked it over a little closer, and that thing looked kind of hand forged. That might have been in the water for at least 30 plus years. So that thing was pretty cool to take. I did not keep it. I set it out by the garbage can there. I've got no interest in something like that. I'm not a preservation guy yet. I'm not going to preserve a big ice fish pick. The thing weighed a ton. So that's what I found. And so that's, if you watch one of my previous video, that's the same dock in the same area where my son and I were with fishing with the smaller magnets. Let me grab it. One like that. This is a microwave magnet. Back in the bucket. We weren't getting nearly as much stuff. I got this amount of stuff probably in a half hour of just trolling along the edges of this big T dock. And there's plenty more down there. I'm probably going to go back with my kid in a few days. So makes a difference. So then now I'm happy with it. We just got back from 2 harbors, and we did a little bit of magnet fishing there. We didn't have a whole lot of time for it. So I'm going to show you what I got there. I feel like I'm yammering on here. I'm going to show you this stuff, finish up the video. I'm going to do some more of these. I'd like some comments if you guys can. If you like this stuff, I'll keep on doing it. I'd love to get some more comments, and subscribers and all that kind of stuff would be fun. All right, so here's the last little bit. This is what we got in 2 harbors. Like I said, we didn't magnet fish for very long. And we're in an area where a lot of sediment comes down, a lot of rocks come down, a lot of iron in that area up there. So a lot of times we were pulling up, we'd pull our magnets in, and it would just be caked with magnetic rocks and sand and silt. So even if we did run over something, I don't even know if we'd pick it up. But so I don't know, we did for about a half hour. There's a couple of things we found. Just a chunk of wire, this little metal thing. I have no idea what that is, but it is not. It looks like lead, but it is definitely metal because it's stuck to the magnet. I lost the other part to this thing. It looked like an old light bulb part, and here's one of the pieces that was in it. A nut, stainless steel nut and bolt that's fairly new, fairly modern screw, a roof or a decking nail, and a piece of wire and a couple other little pieces of metal. So we didn't get much in there, but it was still fun to go up there and do that. So I can't even remember if I made a little any of the video of us doing that or not. If I did, I'll put it back up here. So, all right, thanks guys. Talk to you later. Sorry to talk so much. Bye. One last thing. My son and my sister were out walking in the woods where we were, and they found that laying in the woods with some hot dogs in it that were a good 6-8 weeks old and rancid. So we know that thing's been there a while. Nobody just left it there, but there's a ton of cool stuff inside this backpack. I'll show you what we got in there, and then video coming up. Little teaser.